What's up, house groups? I'm so excited to be here at the beginning of a new year as we journey through life and faith together. I'm pumped that you guys have made groups a priority in your life. So I have this friend at the YMCA who used to be a bodybuilder, and he always has tons of ideas for me about what I should be doing and how I should be doing it and what sort of programs I should be on. And I'll admit to you guys, my least favorite muscle group to work is abs. I hate it because it hurts and no one sees it. It's like a part of me that no one's ever going to see. And that's not because I'm like against taking off my shirt to go swimming or something. It's just because even if I do that, no one's seeing my abs. And I like to believe that's because they're just a really humble part of me. They like staying behind the scenes, behind another layer of who I am. And I can also admit, like, if I had abs, I'd probably be making this video with my shirt off. I'd be like, it's just really hot in the office, you guys. But I don't like lifting abs. And I know it's not abs, it's core. That's what my bodybuilding friend always says. He says, we lift core now. He's a Lebanese guy. We lift core. But I don't like to lift core. I tell him, I gotta go feed my kids, ha ha ha, and skip out on it. Because, like, the problem with core is it makes you stronger, but it doesn't make you look better. And if we have a real honest moment, most of us as Americans are way more concerned with looking better than we are with being stronger. And that's not just true physically, it's true in every single area of our lives. Relationally, emotionally, and even spiritually. We're obsessed with looking like we've got it all together, even though we know deep down at the core of who we are, we don't. We're messed up and we're imperfect, and we just try really hard to check all the boxes on the outside so that people who look at us will think we're perfect. And we hide what's on the inside because we know we're not. We're pretty ugly people. Looking good out there, but feeling bad in here. Settling for something less than the life God says we were made for. Doing everything to keep up appearances, but not really growing. And in John 15, Jesus tells us how we can truly grow. How we can be healthy on the inside in a way that reflects his love to the world around us on the outside. He says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He lifts up every branch in me that bears no fruit, and he prunes even the good branches. Remain in me, and you will bear much fruit. This is Jesus' way of saying, hey, look, I know out there in your world, there are a whole bunch of things that tell you, oh, if you plug your life into this, if you find your meaning, if you find your significance here in your wealth, in your work, in your success, in your achievement, in sex, in power, oh, then you'll look good. Then everyone will think you're great. And you'll have all that external stuff that the world says you need. But Jesus, all that stuff in the end is going to suck the life out of you. I'm not concerned about working from the outside in. I'm concerned about working from the inside out. If you plug your life into me, your soul will be fed the nutrients it needs to grow in a way that not only equips you to live the life you were created for, but equips you to live the mission you were made for, to make a difference in the world around you. Your life's going to be full of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And that kind of stuff is the stuff that a hurting world full of pretty ugly people who are trying desperately to project an image on the outside that doesn't reflect what they know is on the inside of them. That kind of stuff brings to those people the life and the hope and the joy and the meaning that they're searching for and not finding in any of those fake vines, any of those things the world says will bring them hope, and then just sucks the life right out of them. And so tonight, just really simply, I want to encourage all of you to just step back and take a look at the places in your life where you've been settling for the superficial, or you've been settling for being pretty ugly, where you've been plugging yourself into some sort of source, believing that it would be a source of life that isn't Jesus. Because in the end, all that's going to do, whether it's your money or your job or your success or your achievement or sex or power or whatever it is, all it's going to do is suck the life out of you. But if you connect to the vine, if you connect to Jesus, he's going to breathe life into you. And it's not a fast process, it's a slow one. Like pruning grapevines isn't easy, and it's not always comfortable either. When Jesus says, my Father lifts up vines that bear no fruit, he says basically these vines that have been in the darkness, he's going to pick them up and put them on a trellis so they get light. I'm going to take the stuff inside of you that you've been hiding, that you've hoped no one would ever see, and I'm going to expose it to the light, and it's painful, but then you can bear fruit in that area of your life where you've been settling for less. And I'm going to take the good stuff in your life, and even prune that. Cut it back because it's stealing your time and your focus and your energy away from the best stuff. Look, it isn't an easy process, and it isn't a simple process, but I think for so many of us, we have lived so long and settled so long for being pretty, ugly people, for looking good on the outside and trying to check off all the right boxes so the people around us won't see who we truly are. And we have been believing that if they did see who we truly were on the inside, they'd reject us and run away from us. But we have a God who isn't nearly as concerned with how we look as he is with who we are. And if we connect to him, he promises that he will begin to work beauty on the inside of us that not only brings us life and meaning and hope and joy, but also brings us mission and purpose as we spread that life, meaning, hope, and joy to the desperate world around us.